inderdaad, ja. Een aantal mensen waren er niet of er ook niet blij waren. Dus spannend. Ja. Ja, dat gaan we doen. De middelste en dan komt men vrijdag naar de dag.
Good morning. From my perspective, this summit is already a success. With the fact that Sweden and Finland are joining, this is going to make the European continent safer. It's also going to make the NATO a more robust partner, a stronger partner. And I think it shows the unity that NATO has shown over the past months, that it makes us attractive. And when countries like Sweden and Finland join, I think this is great news. We'll also have the occasion to interact with President Zelensky. I think it's important we keep talking to him, and we make it very clear that this war can only be won on the battlefield, and we should continue to support President Zelensky and the Ukrainian population as much as possible to be able to win the war on the battlefield against the Russian aggression. Maybe last element, yes, NATO needs to update its strategy. That is why we will be discussing the strategic concept here today. Thank you.
President Zelensky, what is NATO and what is Belgium ready to do more to support Ukraine?
Well, from the Belgian side, we've been supporting Ukraine from the start. We were one of the first countries that delivered military material to Ukraine. We will continue in doing so, and I'm convinced that supporting the Ukrainians and Ukrainian forces on the battlefield is the way in which we will make a difference, and is the way in which you can stop the Russian aggression. And we know that the NATO support in a broad sense has been there from the start and will continue to be there.
Prime Minister, Prime Minister, Prime Minister.
Yes. But I'll take that one first.
Yeah, Prime Minister, Georgian TV company Rustavi 2. Today you also will meet partner countries. So what will be 30 leaders' main message to Georgia?
Well, one important message to Georgia was last week when we talked about European enlargement, and I think it was a very important message we gave, and to Georgia and to Moldova and to Ukraine. Some people will say, well, it's symbolic. But symbolic messages are extremely important today, and it shows that the countries who aspire to our values of a free society and a society that is open, where peace can be there and people can live in security, that we're open to that. We know that it is going to be a long process. We know that it will take a lot of reforms, but we want to be open to countries on the European continent who believe in what we stand for.
Prime Minister, will the new strategic concept include a reference to the European Union, to Europe leading on its own security?
Well, if you want NATO to function well, you need two legs. And the two legs are both as important, which is the North Atlantic one and the European one. And I honestly believe that the stronger the European Union is, also in its defense component and also in its industrial defense component, the more balanced NATO will be and the better NATO will function.
Prime Minister, the Secretary General recently announced a huge increase of NATO capabilities on the eastern flank, talking numbers that we haven't heard for since decades. Are we like at the wake of a Cold War II nowadays?
No, NATO has always been a defense alliance and will do anything to defend our territory and to defend our way of life. In the end, this is about the European way of life, the Western way of life, and defending that against the threat that is very clear over the past months. And then please allow us to get some topics that we can still discuss here at the summit. Thank you.
Question from Swedish radio. What do you think about Sweden and Finland in